Good afternoon from Eddie Hamada Field, where we have some ILH girls varsity soccer coming up. It'll be the Iolani Raiders hosting the Damien Monarchs. Hello, everybody. I'm John Tamanaha, along with Kelly Monaco. And Kelly, this is senior night. Though the sun is shining bright, and it's a little bit of drizzle, but senior night for 5 seniors.
This is perfect soccer weather, John. Usually soccer season has a lot of rain, but today we lucked out and we got a lot of sun along with some liquid sunshine, I guess.
Yeah. We were planning on doing a game here on Monday, but it was very much different conditions. The game against Kamehameha got postponed. So, that being the case, this is not the last home match for the 5 seniors, but was scheduled long ago. So they are going with it. This is senior night against Damien. The Raiders come in 3-2 on the season in Division 1 in the ILH, and Damien, which is a Division 2 ILH varsity squad, are 0-5 on the season. The Raiders opened the campaign in the toughest of all fashions. That was a nighttime game. It was the opener against Kamehameha back on December 5th. Raiders lost that one 3-0. Then they came back here to campus to play Punahou and lost that match also 3-0. Since then, Iolani on a 3-game winning streak, beat Mid-Pacific 6-0, and then beat Punahou's second team, Punahou 2-0, and then Pac 5 2-0 back on December 22nd. So here on January 12th, Raiders back on the field, taking on the Damien Monarchs. The Iolani Raiders have won all 7 matchups against Damien. Damien, obviously, previously a boys' school, went co-ed in 2012-13. These two schools played girls varsity soccer for the first time in 2016-17. We see the Emmy Hugo and whatever her teammates waving up to the press box.
Now today we're in the light uniforms, the home team, heading Diamond Head to Eva, right, John? And
Yep.
the dark, the Damien Monarchs, heading towards the Diamond Head goal.
Beautiful purple uniforms. Kits, they call them, soccer for the Monarchs. The gold numerals. Very easy to read. Raider starters. We've got Hunter in goal. The backs are Ren, Bree, Ella, and Logan in the midfield. That pass forward. Paisley Yamashita tracks it down. Gets to the end line. Nice cross in off the hands of the keeper. Nudged forward. Just a little wide there.
It looks like Abby Hironaka on the wing. I bet she'd like another chance at that one.
Yeah, so Paisley and Abby up front in the forwards, along with Emmy Hugo, the freshman, in the midfield. You've got Jamie Frith, Brooke Harris, and Karis Palmer. There's Brooke Harris knocking it back into the box. Hugo cleared away. Yamashita tracks it down. Paisley, another nice cross in off the hands of the keeper into the goal. Paisley Yamashita, the leading scorer, coming in, scores in the 2nd minute. That's her 4th goal of the season. She has scored a goal in her last 4 games. 1 each against Mid-Pacific, Punahou 2, Pac 5, and here against Down. Feeds it into the box. Switch it to the other side. This is Ren Tani Tomi, one of the 5 seniors. Spilled by the keeper. This is Palmer. Takes a shot with the left. And Jamie Frith will track it down before it goes out. Another one of those 5 seniors. Back to yet another one of the 5 seniors. Brianna Fulton Conachero. Center back. That one trickles out of bounds. One to nothing Raiders. Just getting started here. Damien clears that one forward, but only as far as Ella D. Chun. There's Ella again. To Fulton Conachero. Frith. Today was the second day of final exams for these Raiders. So the first semester is over, Kelly.
Yeah, so it's a busy week for the Raiders for sure. Preparing for exams, preparing for these games. I'm sure they're happy to have it behind them and out here running around in the sunshine on senior night.
Coach Travis Watanabe in his first year, the helm of the Iolani girls varsity soccer team, is telling me that they've had some time, but they had some good weeks of training building up for this second portion of the season. We'll talk a little bit later on about some of Travis's other kind of thoughts. Very interesting since he's coming over from the boys varsity soccer program. Was actually the co-interim coach last season as the Iolani Raiders won both the ILH championship and the HHSAA state title.
That was Frith, who took a nice shot from just outside the 18-yard box, just wide.
Goal kick for the Monarchs. Held in by the Raiders. Brooke Harris, freshman, out to sophomore Paisley Yamashita. Nice shot there off the hands of the keeper. Marianne Shores Salas for Damien. She is just a freshman. Chun sprays it wide to Tani Tomi. Up to Hironaka. Nice defensive play there by Marianne Hall for the Monarchs. Raiders with it again, though. Palmer had a good idea there to kind of spray it out to the left to Yamashita, but she got held up. Another nice defensive play by Damien. When you look over to the Damien bench, it's not as long as the Raider bench. The Raiders, when you look over there, there's a lot in reserve in the white jerseys, but the Damien side has just about 1 or 2 players. I was doing some research about this series earlier today. I mentioned 7-0 Raiders have won all of the matchups since the 2016-17 season. Damien has not scored a goal against Iolani yet. Looking to do that, break through here. And the scores, over the course of time, the margin that the Raiders have won by has narrowed. So good progress by the Monarchs. Back in the day, they actually, in that first season, they played twice, and Iolani won 11-0 and 9-0. But the last time the Raiders and Monarchs hooked up, it was 3-0 last season here at Eddie Hamada Field.
Now you wonder, John, I wasn't here, but when Iolani went co-ed about is it 40 years ago?
Yeah, 1979.
A little over 40 years ago, and we were fledgling, right, programs for girls as well.
Yeah,
And we probably had the short bench too, and so I think a lot is in store for this Damien program.
As the story goes, Coach Eddie Hamada, we got a couple big weeks coming up regarding Coach Eddie Hamada. We'll talk about that later, but the athletic director and football coach at Iolani School here, he would go around, and Kang as well, and Linda Look, and they would walk around at lunchtime or at the school and say, "Hey, Kelly,
Yeah.
how about you come
You
out
look
for
like
softball?"
an athlete. Can you run?
I've never played softball before. Don't worry about it. Tryouts are on. Well, not tryouts. Practice is on Thursday, and yeah, it's fun to talk to the athletes and coaches about those days.
And I believe 1987 was the first girls' state soccer championship, so it wasn't even 10 years. They put together a really great soccer program.
That was way back in my senior year. It was a really fun night. A pass goes out of bounds. A goal will kick Monarchs. So back in 1987, Iolani played Punahou for the girls' soccer state championship, and Iolani played Punahou for the boys' soccer state championship. That is a bit of news, but to get it even further, on the same night at Moanalua High School, both won by the Raiders by 1-0 scores.
Wow.
Cecily Suchio with the header to win the first girls' state title in school history.
So not just the only soccer title.
Yeah, that was the first
First
girls'
state
title.
champion.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then 2 weeks later, if I can continue with the story, the Iolani girls varsity basketball team won the state championship. Championship game at Farrington High School. And you know who was one of the key players in that one?
Tell me, John.
We see her every day, Teddy Pila,
Amazing.
who continues to be a fixture here in Iolani Athletics in the athletic department.
Amazing athlete in person.
So it happened rather quick, and can't even really count how many different teams have achieved championships at this point, particularly on the girls' side. So that's kind of where Damien is. I'm sure the Monarchs will be increasing in their competitiveness here on the soccer field. They are so far. We are in the 12th minute, 1-0. Anybody's game here. Raiders have had the possession here, though, on the other end. The large majority of it. Hironaka, cross in. With a good save by the Monarch freshman keeper, Marianne Shores Salas. She punts it away.
Nice turn by Pang to shield the ball.
This is Brooke Harris. The left-footed cross in. Shores Salas is there. Fulton Kaneshiro takes it away. Monarchs get it back. That was Cameron Chu for Damien. It goes out of bounds. Ella Chun. Play it back to Hunter Salusa Galletes, the keeper. Raiders will work it forward. Abby Hironaka Karis Palmer. Emmy Hugo. Emmy gets it back. But Karis, 2 freshmen there. Logan Pang creates some room, gets her cross in. Frith with a shot outside the box, palmed out. Jamie Frith, one of the 5 seniors. The others are Brianna Fulton Kanashiro, Tatum Akimoto, Alvarado, Ren Tanitomi, and Amanda Ansheta. Playing their penultimate home match here on Eddie Hamada Field, second to last.
Nice save by the Damien goalie. She's got pretty good hands, pretty gutsy, takes some risks out there. Made
Just
some
a freshman.
key stops.
This will be the first corner kick for the Raiders. It's sent into the box off the knee of Fulton Kanashiro, but off a Monarch. Brooke Harris will have another corner opportunity. Brooke Harris, the freshman midfielder, 2 goals on the season. Scored against Mid-Pac and Pac-5. That one off the post. Iolani boys varsity soccer team will be in action tomorrow at Mid-Pacific. Just up the street, 9 a.m. start there. Yamashita on the right this time, gets it to Hugo. Some fancy footwork. Back to Palmer. Tani Tomi to Yamashita. Frith with a shot. Kelly, you asked the seniors some questions, and the first question really made me smile because the names of the teams, sometimes you play I-9 or ASO or something, and they let the players come up with the team names. Well, my daughter actually, her team, she got to choose the name.
Oh.
Green Cheetahs.
Green Cheetahs, love that, huh?
But Jamie Fritz, first team, Lavender Lollipops, coached by her dad.
Very sweet.
A lot of their responses, too, they were coached by family members, dads. And
We got the Blue Dolphins for Ren Tanitomi. The Pink Panthers, Amanda and Chetta.
then you got the plain old Galaxy
Right, right.
in the mix as well. But Lavender Lollipops. I could just see the huddle where they, okay, girls, what's our name? What's your favorite color?
I'm sure dictated a lot by what color the jerseys were, you know, but still, lollipops. Love that.
Here's Karis Palmer, the sophomore. She's having a good season coming back from an injury in her freshman year last year. Also a cross-country athlete here at Iolani School. Throw in, Hugo in the box.
Nice turn. Going back to the names, John, you hope, you know, players never lose that kind of whimsy or that kind of hopefully creative, happy feelings towards the game. later the names become so serious, right?
Yeah.
The Raiders, yeah,
Raiders
the
and the
Marauders, or right? Monarchs, pretty good though, pretty good.
Here's Jamie Frith. Palmer. Tani Tomi. Paisley Yamashita working the outside. Started on the left, now she's over here on the right. Another substitution for Iolani. Coming on is Tabor Alexio, replacing Palmer. Tabor's sister also played for the Iolani Raiders here. Varsity soccer. Here's Tabor Alexio in the box. Hugo left foot attempt. It's just wide. Emmy Hugo, just a freshman.
She's got amazing turning qualities. We saw that on the corner kick. We saw it just now.
Holds the ball up well. Good finish. Everything you want out of a center forward. Almost got the ball to her there. Chun keeps it in. Monarchs clear.
So far,
Marianne
John.
Hall.
So far, John, lots of good movement,
Yeah.
trying different things. In a game like this, sometimes you stray away from the things you're trying to really execute. So far, lots of good runs, movement, some overlaps.
Just joining us, the Raiders scored in the 2nd minute. We are now moving into the 21st minute. It was Paisley Yamashita. Her shot from the left side. There's Logan Pang on the left side. Paisley's shot went off one hand of the keeper and into the side netting at the right far post. So that was the 7th goal by a sophomore, Yamashita, Palmer, and Victorino, Perry Rose Victorino. The other 4 goals for the Raiders scored by freshmen. So
Interesting.
bright things ahead. Underclassmen with the goals. 2 each by Harris and Hugo. All shutouts, too, in the previous 3 games. So you look at the Raider defense and a pair of seniors there and in the back line, particularly on the right side of the back line. Tani Tomi and Fulton Kanashiro. Hugo into the box, gets cleared away. Pang keeps it in, though. Ball's loose and it gets put in.
Hugo, did it look like it was Hugo? Picked up the scraps, I think.
Yeah, Hugo and Palmer were there. Hugo receiving the high fives. Her 3rd goal of the season. That came in the 22nd minute. Right at the end of the 22nd. It's the Raiders up 2-0.
I think we're going to take a pause, John. Looks like, unfortunately, maybe a little injury.
Yeah, there was
Maybe a tweak or a bump.
a bit of a coming together there. That is the Monarch trainer, Diamond. Met her in the pregame. They're tending to the student athlete on the ground.
Thank goodness for trainers.
Coach Kikoa also there. Now Charlie Gima on the cart.
In the information we collected about the seniors, probably makes sense. A lot of these girls, or a lot of the seniors, started out their careers playing other sports.
Yeah.
Maybe the biggest crossover is basketball. But we see things from Ren Tanitomi sports like baseball, swimming, judo, track and field, and cross country. So
She could have said everything.
totally a land and water athlete, very rare. Let's see. Jamie Frith was also part of that, the cross country team, integral part.
Monarch player is being carted off the field. Hopefully she recovers. It's like she's walking under her own power. That's great to see. That is Lauren Lau, senior midfielder. So the restart here, Raiders up 2-0. We move into the 25th minute. There will be some injury time added on at the end of the first half. We play 40 minutes here. Each half, high school soccer. Tatum, one of those 5 seniors, battling. Gets control of the ball, puts a cross in, almost an own goal there. Ball off the right post and into the hands of Marianne Shores Salas. Ooh.
Good for Tatum. She worked really hard for that cross.
Yeah.
It was a quality cross.
Perry Rose Victorino. Puts it forward to Logan Pang. She keeps it in. Back to Perry Rose. Throw in Raiders. Deep on the left side. Jamie Frith working hard. She was all the way almost over there by the corner flag. Center mid. Pang puts a cross in, almost like the first goal, almost went in off the hands of the keeper. Be another corner kick.
The Damien defender smartly watched it go out. Dangerous area.
Another corner opportunity. Be taken left-footed by Brooke Harris. Nice ball to the feet of Perry Rose Victorino. Yamashita nudges it back. Here's Frith, nice pass into the box. Harris creates some space, left foot shot over the top.
It's a nice little move and shot. You like to see that kind of risk taking. Just lean back just a little right at the end.
Checking into the game, Seth Tanitomi. Ren Tanitomi's younger sister, Seth, a sophomore, comes in for another sophomore, Ella D. Chun. Will take a rest. Here in the 28th minute, 2-0 Raiders. Alexio. Fulton Kanashiro coming forward. All the way on the overlap here on the right side. Throw in Iolani. Amanda Anchetta, senior, checks in here on senior night for Paisley Yamashita. She'll be up here on the right wing. Monarchs clear it out. That one goes off Victorino. Sun has retreated behind the buildings or the clouds over there in Waikiki. If you were with us for one of the previous live stream we did out of the huddle camera, you're probably enjoying the different camera quality and the camera work of Mr. Ben Douglas downstairs. Thank you, Ben.
Makes a huge difference, I know, for the audiences, for the audience not here.
Free kick forward, goes over the midway line. Back to Hunter. Last season was the All ILH goalkeeper. Also, as many of you know, an outstanding softball player for the Iolani Raiders.
Indeed, a double threat. And a great young lady as well, John.
And just a junior. Seth Tanitomi sends it forward. Monarchs put it back in. Tatum could not keep that one in. Goal kick, Damien. That's good to see. Lauren Lau, who was carted off the field, checks back in, placing Kristen Dakua.
She's a major part of their defense, so I'm sure her teammates are also happy that she's back.
And Lauren setting up there, partnering in the central defense with Ariana Kahalevai. Alexio switches it to the left side. Wow, that ball bounced not only over the higher fence, but over the other fence. Oh, wow, and over a third fence into the parking lot. Helped by those containers there on the far side.
We haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah. Took a true bounce off the track.
Now, this is the part of the game where it can kind of fall into a lull. The Raiders are up 2-0. Lots of throw-ins, lots of sort of errant passes. So the Raiders are going to, I think, work hard in the next 10 minutes to regroup. 8 minutes. There are a lot of substitutions also, though, to give credit to the girls on the field. So many are new to play with someone on the field, maybe for the first time. So
For the Raiders, Kiele Briones, sophomore, just checked in for Jamie Frith. There's Kiele.
looks like a foul on Alyssa Benito. You might remember the name Chantel Torres Benito.
Yeah.
This is the little sister.
And Alyssa is a freshman. One of 3 called up from the junior varsity. Today, he said, want to come out fast, apply pressure, capitalize on opportunities. And they came out fast, scored in the 2nd minute through Paisley Yamashita, added a 2nd and a 22nd. Have certainly applied the pressure, kept the ball in Damien's defensive half, if not even the Damien's defensive third.
This might be Hunter's first touch of the ball. Does that sound right? In a goal kick?
Yeah. She's got a couple pass backs, but yeah. Nice ball played forward.
Maybe just
Offside.
slightly ahead. That was Alyssa Benito.
She has the, you can kind of see her sister in her when you look at
Yeah.
Alyssa.
Class of 2017.
There is Benito. Lots of room. Is it for Tayana Soon?
Nice run by Soon.
Briones. Raiders keep it in. Shot over the top. Almost knocked in, was it?
I think it
And
did. I think it went over the line. I think credit will go to Benito.
And Shetta was there.
But
at
maybe
the
it's
end.
Anchetta on senior night.
Wow.
A great memory for her.
Right there at the end of the 36th minute. Amanda and Shetta. Puts the Raiders up 3-0. Amanda and Shetta on senior night with the 3rd goal. Amanda would like to thank her parents for never giving up on me and always being there for me. Thanks also, she says, to my family and friends for always supporting me. And finally, thank you to the team for pushing me and making this season super fun. Just got a lot more fun. Here she is again with an opportunity. Right foot shot. Saved by Shoris Salas. Amanda's looking to go into nursing. Here's another senior, Brianna Fulton Kanashiro, being hounded by Cameron Chu of Damien. Raiders playing it out from the back to Benito on the run. Showing her speed. Briones.
Looks like another injury on the field, John. Another Monarch.
That is Kennedy Fujii, a senior midfielder who is hopping off the field. Fulton Kaneshiro plays it forward. Ansheta. Alexio. And Shetta wins that battle. Ball played into the corner. Alexio can't catch up to that. Next game for the Raiders after this one. Next Tuesday at Punahou. Kickoff at Alexander Field at 4:15. Be there, support these Raiders. We are into first half extra time. Had an injury and 3 goals. All by the Raiders. Out here on the left, Benito coming toward the middle. Shot from way out. Palmer. Chris Palmer, 2 goals on the season. Both of them at MPI. That was a 6-0 victory for the Raiders. And Shutta. Tani Tomi keeps it in. Ahead to Soon. This is Alexio. Dangerous cross into the box. Couple Raiders had a chance at that. Jamie Frith back into the game. Replacing Tabor Alexio. Up front for Iolani, it's Benito, Soon, and Ansheta. The midfield, it's players 3, 4, and 5. Frith, Palmer, and Briones. Almost connected there with Ansheta. Good idea from Jamie Frith. Nice header right to Ansheta. That one just eluded Tani Tomi. Ren Tani Tomi, who is headed to Boston College. She'll be an Eagle majoring in biology. The trivia question always is, what city is Boston College in? Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts. 6 miles west of Boston.
A whole great world out there on the East Coast. Excited for her and all the girls moving on next year.
It's that time of year when they're headed back as well.
That's right.
Coming up here to the final moments of first half extra time. Raiders leading at 3-0 here on senior night. One of the goals scored by a senior, Amanda Ancheta. And there is the whistle to end the first half. Raiders, of course, dominated the possession in the first half, scored the 3 goals. No shots by the Monarchs. With that being the case, your thoughts? Killing Monaco?
It's good to
these
see
types of games.
Yeah, good to see the movement by the Raiders. Lots of runs. You got Palmer and Frith controlling the middle, distributing the ball nicely. Alexio came in as well to move the ball. Nice overlaps by the outside defenders on our side to create more opportunities. I'd say pretty hungry. Lots of other players came in to contribute nicely to keep up with the pace. And then really hats off to the Monarchs. It's tough to not ever have a goal.
Yeah.
But to not have a goal in the game can be discouraging, but they're out there running hard, making stops, making passes, and so we'll see what comes up in the next half.
Coach Travis, like I said just a little while ago, wanted to come out fast, apply pressure, capitalize on mistakes. They did that. He's hoping to, build on that 3-game winning streak and then a couple of good weeks, he was saying, of training. And it's his goal to get the girls to work consistently at their highest level. And he said they're doing that. And here's the really important thing: improving daily. And like I mentioned too just a minute ago, the next game is at Punahou, and Punahou Buff and Blue, always tough to tackle, particularly up there at Alexander Field. After that, there'll be a game on Friday, January 19th at Mid-Pacific. And then now, which is has become the last home game of the season because of the rainout, on Monday, this past Monday, the Kamehameha Warriors will come here to Eddie Hamada Field on Monday, January 22nd, and the regular season finale. Kickoff at 4:15. Be here for that one. Support these Raiders and these 5 seniors in what will be their last home game. Iolani, of course, hoping to qualify for the state tournament, so there's always an opportunity there for something like that. But they lost their 2 previous games against one game each against Kamehameha and Punahou. And what Coach Travis too said about those 2 games, those were the first 2 games of the season. The season started a week early. That was a bit of unfortunate scheduling to go up against those 2.
Right off the bat.
Yeah, really, really tremendous programs. But the bottom line is that he would like to minimize mistakes. He felt that all 6 goals given up against those teams came directly off mistakes. So, new coach, new program, lots of new players, but things going well. It's a fun team to watch.
I think he's enjoyed working with the young women. What he shared with us, obvious affection for the young ladies and their spirit and their dedication to getting better. So let's see what the second half brings, John. And again, it could still be anyone's game
Oh,
to
yeah.
make the tournament.
Absolutely. One thing's for sure that he said, he also told me, he said, we're not going to give up. We're going to go the full 80 minutes in all of these games, and the most important game is the next one. Not taking Damien lightly or any team. But best wishes to him and the student athletes here. The boys varsity team, they are leading the pack, excuse me, not the pack, the ILH. 3 wins, no losses, and a tie. That tie was the season opener against Punahou. So Punahou is tied with them at the top of the standings. 3-0-1. Kamehameha just behind with 9 points with their 3 victories and 1 loss. Mid-Pacific in 4th, 0-3. The Raiders play Mid-Pacific tomorrow morning. Manoa is beautiful at 9 a.m. Get out there and support the Raiders as they take on the Owls. Then they'll have another road game at Waipio Field 6 on Wednesday, January 17th. Their next home game, Saturday, January 20 against against St. Louis, 2 p.m. Mark that one down. We will take a quick break and be back with you for the second half. 3-0 Raiders.
Well, the people was sticking off, but he could have came back home. Came down to the overtime. And I was like, we wanted him already. We wanted him. Yeah. So I said, oh, so it's over already, right? And he's like, no, in college, you can get 2 or 1 or something like you can get. Like he said, if you look on the they say they score on the overtime. Sometimes they go for 2. That? Yeah. So he said, go. I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that. Why do you think that to exist? He said he lost 3 points. I knew that was any other Like, what did you say that happened? I was like, oh man, I was there for this watching it. Yeah, it was.
Iolani Raiders leading the Damien Monarchs 3-0 here, as they say in soccer. The goals scored by Paisley Yamashita in the 2nd minute. Emmy Hugo in the 22nd minute doubled the Raider lead. And then Amanda and Cheta scored in the 36th minute to make it 3-0. Amanda, one of 5 seniors here on senior night, scoring a goal on senior night. That's got to be fun.
She's not going to forget today.
Teams will switch sides. And if the first half is any indication, much of the play will be on the Diamond Head end, which is bathed in sunlight. Probably not for much longer here, as we are getting on about 5:11 here. Hawaii time. Thanks for tuning in from wherever you are around the world. Here on the Iolani Live channel on YouTube. The technology of this is amazing. There are people watching this downstairs below us.
Yeah.
And there are people watching us all over the globe. We get the statistics, the analytics. It's thanks for tuning in.
Okay, that's not a little lofty, right? All around the globe?
Well, we're as you know, we're a boarding school, and
That's true.
And we have alumni all around.
You are right.
Yeah,
You
and
are
not
right.
maybe not live too, but within 24 hours, we have former soccer players or interested parties, family members. But yeah, and mostly locally, of course. Shout out to all the players watching this on replay, on demand. We know that happens a lot.
That's right.
Hello, ladies. Good job.
I'm sure lots of siblings and relatives and friends away watching this remotely. So welcome to you guys. Thanks for
Yep.
tuning in.
And lots of kapuna. Not easy to get here either at 4:15. Maybe today was a little easier. Not a lot of school traffic, as today was the last day of finals. And we've got these Raiders out here battling in the second half of this game. That's always a good feeling too when you finish your final exam. I'm talking about things that happened 4 decades ago, but I'd still remember what it's like. It's time to go to Ala Moana, the beach, play soccer.
Sleep in.
Yeah. We got a Martin Luther King holiday, National Day of Service on Monday, so also a long weekend. Looks like the same starters for the Raiders here in the second half. Logan Pang.
I see Jordan Tapper in,
Oh, that's right. Jordan Tapper
number
in
12.
instead of Abby Hironaka, right wing. Also, Seth Tanitomi back at center back.
We have Ayana Soon now in the goal.
There's Abby Hironaka on the left. Hironaka into the box, right footed shot goes under the keeper. 43rd minute.
That was a nicely hit ball by Hironaka. And that was made possible by actually Hugo opening up the space. The defender followed her and opened that lane right up.
Makes it 4-0 Raiders over the Monarchs. At right back for Iolani, we've got Michaela Pang. Bukaris sent wide and out of bounds. Yana Soon in goal, the junior. Played earlier at center forward. Hironaka on the left, puts a cross in. I mean, Hugo almost got there at the near post. Oh, Chun keeps it in following the punt. She has done that all afternoon. Haley Balantak in the midfield with Palmer and Harris. This is Seth Tanitomi, the tapper. Palmer might have got fouled out there outside the box. Ball went out for a corner. The footed Brooke Harris, the freshman, will take it. Two Raiders on the goal line, 4 others in the box. Ball is repelled. Harris will have another shot at it. 46th minute here, 4-0 Raiders. Ball into the box, and Karis Palmer knocks it in. She's feeling the effects of the ball there, but now all smiles.
She was rewarded.
Yeah.
Sacrificed her body a little bit. Nice service by Harris.
That is Karis Palmer's third goal of the season. I believe her brother has 4, so I don't know that anybody's keeping track, but maybe just me. I doubt it. Foul called on Hugo there. Palmer scored in the 46th minute, 3 minutes after Hironaka's goal to start the scoring here in the second half. I need to update the scoreboard as well. Pang with a great throw to Harris. Brooke into the box. Left-footed shot is in. Beats the keeper on the near post.
Snuck one in.
Brooke Harris, a freshman, her third goal. Raiders scored 3 in the first half and 3 here early in the second. And that throw in from Pang had the right weight. Brooke Harris ran onto it with all of her speed and just powered that left-footed shot past the keeper. Tabor Alexio checking in, replacing Haley Balantok. Pair of juniors there. Ella Chun to Harris. Logan Pang running into all kinds of space. Here's Hugo cutting inside. Pass to Alexio. Stick with us after the game. There will likely be a bit of senior night activities. Repeat another throw in deep in the Damien defensive third. Pang with the throw, just into Tapper. Back to Pang. Left-footed cross. This is Logan. She tried to go to the near post. It was repelled nicely by Marianne Shores Salas, the Monarch keeper. She's just a freshman. Harris will take the corner for Iolani here on the left side as well. Line drive off a shoulder. That was Tapper. Into the hands of Shores Salas.
Those line drive kicks really just need to hit somebody's body part.
Yeah.
They're just so solidly hit.
Nice move by Logan Pang. Two outside backs are Pangs. Unrelated. Logan on the left, Michaela on the right. In between, you got Seth Tanitomi and Elodie Chun.
A little bit of a shoulder there. I believe shoulder to shoulder is legal.
Yeah.
But again, the referees are always looking for safety and keeping our players healthy.
It also depends, I think, where the ball is when you make that kind of contact.
True.
See if the Monarchs can put something together here. We've got to throw in right in front of the Raider bench. Let the Raiders take over once again. This is Harris on the run. Sprays it wide left. Logan Pang. She gets a cross in. Cleared by the Raiders. Cleared by the Monarchs, but look at Emmy Hugo track it down. Palmer connects with Tapper. Right foot shot over the top. .54th minute here as we make our way toward 80. Ella Chun with the Hironaka shot over the top. Four Raiders get up off the Iolani bench. Coach Travis is, five. There was Jamie Frith was waiting at the center line, so 5 Raiders set to come in, make it 6. Paisley Yamashita will also join, and Sheta, Ren Tanitomi, Tatum Akimoto,
Looks like
Alvarado.
7 of them.
7.
And curiously, John, it looks like the Damien bench now only has 1 sub.
Yeah.
That's always tough for a team who's behind to watch a whole crew of new players come in with new energy. This might be where good coaching comes in. Keeping kids motivated. And sometimes when you're like in the Monarchs position, you're hoping maybe you can get a goal kick. Maybe you can get a shot off.
Get a breakaway.
Get a breakaway.
Something. But spending so much time and energy defending.
Right. It's not that easy to pull
shift
off
it to gears.
totally.
Yeah.
You don't have any subs, and so it's easier said than done.
Yamashita knocks that one off a Monarch. Earns the Raiders another corner kick. Who will take this one? Looks like it'll be Jamie Frith. Jamie Frith headed to Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia. She will play women's soccer for the Eagles. Be majoring in neuroscience and a pre-med track. Minoring in Japanese. She will be busy at Emory.
Wish her the best. She's
Yeah.
been at Iolani since kindergarten. Excited for her next steps.
Here come the Monarchs. Pass taken away, though, by Tani Tomi. Up ahead to Logan Pang. Logan gets chopped down in the box. Ball goes out of bounds. Could have made a case for a penalty kick. Probably a good decision there by the referee.
I don't think there was any contact with the ball and the ball, you know.
And when I say that, it's just let's not take a penalty kick
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I think all those amateur officials over there on the bleachers would have pointed to the spot. Is that the boys' varsity?
I think it's the boys' soccer team.
They will now be moved out of that location.
Right.
Goal kick for Damien. Free kick for Damien. He'll put it into the Raider half. See what they can do here. But Briones cuts it out. Alexio, this is Frith now. Coming all the way to the left side. She'll take on two Monarchs. And get called for the foul. Jamie Frith, her other sports, cross country, track, basketball.
And it looks like she's a Mochiko chicken fan
Yeah.
from the cafeteria, naming that as her favorite dish.
She shares that with a cast of many.
Maybe 3/4 of the student body might say the same thing.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of great food, John,
Yeah.
at Iolani, so. But that might be the most beloved.
I might say Japanese beef curry or roast pork with gravy, but
Hamburger katsu.
hamburger katsu from the one team wagon.
Hamburger
Yeah.
katsu.
One team wagon, that's a whole different conversation.
It really is.
Yeah.
We really are spoiled here.
Shout out to Mr. Kevin Wada and his staff over at Sodexo. I was talking to him about his new kitchen in the Arriaga Student Center, forthcoming. Very excited about that.
We have certainly outgrown our space, and so deservedly he's going to have the kitchen of his dreams
Yeah.
to work out of.
Benito. Alyssa, one-on-one in the box. Gets it back, keeps it alive. Is that Balantok with the shot? There is the one substitution for the Monarchs. Coming in is Kaylee Nihoa for Jordan Detrinis.
This is Paisley who's come back in.
Perry Rose Victorino's shot is blocked. Here's an opportunity for the Monarchs. Acres of space to run into here
See if they
for
can mount
Fujii.
counterattack.
Well defended by Tani Tomi. Up to Anchetta.
Oh,
Torino to Yamashita. Nice cross right across the face of the goal by Paisley. Paisley leads the team in goals this season. It's 4, scored in the 2nd minute to open the scoring here. We are now in the 62nd minute here on senior night. 5 Raider seniors. That is one of them, Amanda Ancheta. Tried to get the ball back. Here is another, Ren Tanitomi. Pass intercepted by Balantak. Put into the middle. Benito, nice move on the sideline. Clever pass to Tatum. She tried to cut inside. Good defense there by the Monarchs. Raiders keep it in though. Fritz shot's blocked. Briones keeps it in nicely.
nice steal.
Left foot shot by Paisley.
Yeah,
Off a hand.
caught the elbow. I think that was hard not to call.
Yeah. Handball in the box. Jamie Frith places the ball down. 12 yards away from the goal. And Jamie Frith places it nicely inside the left post. Scores on senior night in the 64th minute. Her first goal of the season. Last year she was an all ILH honorable mention selection. She would like to thank her family and friends for always supporting her. She also said, I want to thank Coach Travis, Coach Pat, Coach Brandon, Coach Naomi, and Coach Shyla for helping me to grow as a person and a player. I'm sure they thank you as well, Jamie, for your contributions. And there she is with it once again. And Shetta, who also has a goal here. Raiders keep it in. Yamashita, she has a goal as well. Seven, nothing. Raiders over the Monarchs. Iolani still with the ball in the box. Balantak with a shot over the top. It's Paisley Yamashita. Shot and score it. Another senior gets on the score sheet here on senior night. This is Tatum Akimoto Alvarado.
Happy for Tatum. She was in that box just so hungry.
Huge smile. So she put it in.
Now it looks like she's continuing her
Yeah.
soccer career as well.
Headed to Lewis and Clark. She will be a pioneer at Lewis and Clark in Portland, Oregon, majoring in sports science.
That's where I got my start. The red and the orange and black.
Yeah.
Pioneers.
Orange and black, yeah. Awesome.
Happy for her. A great school.
And Cheta's pass cut out, but the Raiders keep it in. Perry Rose Victorino. Up ahead to Brianna Fulton. Kaneshiro hits the side netting. It's Brianna playing forward now. She looks to be playing up on the right wing. All seniors up front. Fulton Kaneshiro and Cheta and Tatum. This ball tracked down by Rentani Tomi. Sprayed wide to Benito. Blantok takes a shot from well outside. Ball retrieved by Dave Chun, who's talking to Chris Lee, the Iolani boys varsity soccer coach. Good to have Chris back here. He was away last year. His interim coaches, Grant Fusato and Travis Watanabe, they won it all. Turned it back over to Chris. Here you go. Here you go, coach.
That's right.
The Raiders are undefeated on the season. Check that team out. They're a fun team to watch as well. Next opportunity tomorrow morning at MPI, 9 a.m.
And of course, David Chun is one of our 5th grade lower school teachers, math teacher.
For a few decades. He's part of that trivia question. I don't know, it's not trivia, but it's just an amazing fact, fun fact. Of the 3 math 5th grade teachers at Iolani School since the end of World War II. He is one of them. The others are Aaron Cheney,
Who's still around.
who is
teaching.
also still
Yeah.
here. And the name escapes me for a moment, but I will come up with it.
Okay. I'll ask you again.
Louise Bach, yeah, who was in the lower school when I was down there. So just to recap, if you're wondering what that rambling was, since the end of World War II when school got restarted, if you took 5th grade math at Iolani School until this year, you were either taught by Louise Bach, Aaron Cheney, or David Chun. And then this year, because as you know, and as many people know, the school is expanding up from kindergarten over the years, 24 more students. Now you have another 5th grade teacher teaching math. If you haven't been down to the lower school, though, that area, that's quite a bit different with the IE Family Learning Center as well. Where those classrooms are located.
Some amazing changes. The K1 community, the Kanashiro and Kosasa learning centers, performance centers. Very blessed to have lots and lots of great spaces.
Alyssa Benito over to Tatum. See if the Monarch can put something together here. Intercepted by Victorino. Sent out of bounds. 72nd minute here. Eight to nothing Raiders. Thanks for joining us. John Tamanaha and Kelly Monaco here. And the press box above Eddie Hamada Field. Mr. Ben Douglas down there in Kazuki Stadium providing the pictures. Thank you, Ben. Great job. Thanks also to Dane Kurihara. Help set up all of our technology here. People really want Brianna Fulton, Kanashiro, to do something here on offense.
Well, we're just happy to see her. I know we missed her after tearing her ACL last season, and it's amazing. Kids are resilient, and I'm sure a lot of hard work went into getting back out there.
Shot across the face of goal. And
so close. Perry Rose served up a nice ball and just missed Brianna.
Brianna usually a defender, and she will actually retreat back to her position, and she's replaced up on the left wing by Ren Tanitomi, her fellow senior. They would be the two seniors that haven't scored here, which makes a ton of sense because they are the two senior defenders. But now taking turns up front. Here's a cross. It's caught by Marianne Shores-Salas, Damien's freshman keeper who has been under siege all afternoon.
And still smiling, John. I see her smiling as she
Yeah.
gathered up that ball, staying positive.
She has made a couple nice saves, made a good account of herself. And the amount of time that the Raiders have occupied in her box is incredible.
It really
the
is.
possession has been very one-sided. Oohs and ahs from the crowd there as
You might
there
have
was some
clipped
contact. Yeah.
Damien player's face.
Fuji seems okay. Michaela Pang coming back in, along with Seth Tanitomi. They will take up positions in the Raider back line. Tatum up to Jamie. Rentani Tomi working hard. Oh, foul called. Free kick to the Monarchs. '77th minute as we work our way to 80 and maybe a bit of extra time. Maybe not. Stick with us. There might be some senior night festivities you might want to check out. Tani Tomi. Lots of space. Cuts inside. Sets up her right foot shot. And it trickles out for a goal kick. Rentani Tomi wanted to shout out her family and friends. She is headed to Boston College. Major in biology. Brianna Fulton Kaneshiro will be headed to the University of Puget Sound in Tacoma, Washington. Major in physical therapy. The Puget Sound Loggers.
The Loggers.
This is what Brianna said. I would like to thank my parents for all the support, always pushing me to do my best. I definitely wouldn't be where I am today without the support and belief in me. I also would like to thank my grandparents for all their unconditional love and support they have given me throughout my life. They are truly the best grandparents.
Aw.
Wow. That was
Getting close. Getting close. We might run out of time, but a number of tries from those seniors.
That was an impressive volley by Tani Tomi
It was.
to that upper right corner.
And then Bree just got a piece of it.
Tatum would also like to thank her parents and grandparents and her teammates for making soccer so enjoyable. Ooh, it's a tough battle there. Tani Tomi.
And the Monarchs continuing to play hard.
Yeah, she was working against Lauren Lau, who was down on the field in the first half, was carted off, and has come back into the game and made a good account of herself. Jamie Frith with the corner. To the last minute here. It's held in. It's working in the box. It's cut out by the Monarchs, but held in. Hugo with a snapshot. Spilled over the end line for a corner kick.
I think that's Chloe Shin.
Oh, Chloe Shin, yes. Number 20, not 21. With that shot. The ball made its way to Chloe there, also in the box. Sophomore. Her sisters have played varsity soccer here for the girls team as well.
That's Sherry.
The Shins.
Yep, Sherry and Mary, right? And
Yep.
not too long ago, I want to say 2018 and maybe 2020.
I think you're right. That was Tatum with the shot, drawing the oohs and ahs from the crowd. Over a minute of extra time played here. Not sure how much he's going to add on. Raiders leading it 8-0. 3 goals in the first half, 5 here in the second. 8 different goal scorers for the Raiders. And there are the 3 whistles to end it. Iolani Raiders win it 8-0 over Damien. The Raiders improved to 4-2 on the season. The Monarchs in Division 2 fall to 0-6. So now Iolani has 12 points coming into the game. The Kamehameha Warriors at 5-0 had 15 points, and the Punahou Buff and Blue, top of the standings, 6-0 with their 18 points. Iolani still has games remaining against both of those teams. They actually play Punahou at Punahou on Tuesday, 4:15 start at Alexander Field. And then the Raiders will play Mid-Pacific up the road on Friday, January 19th. And then what has become the regular season home finale against Kamehameha because of the rain out earlier this week will be Monday, January 22nd. 4:15 start time here at Eddie Hamada Field. Raiders, Warriors. That is always fun. Of course, those 2 teams play each other and so on and so forth. Everything is in front of all 3 teams. See how the season plays out. 2 berths to the state tournament as usual at stake. Your thoughts this one? Kelly Monaco, obviously the Raiders dominated, but both teams had their objectives coming into this one. And
Yeah. Well, really a fun, memorable night for the seniors, the class of 2024. And so I think one of the benefits of a game like this is Coach Travis put in a good number of his younger players and gave them the chance to get some time under their belts. And so I think he was able to see some of the skill level, maybe some of the challenges, and probably has a better idea of what he's working with. And so knowing Coach Travis, he's already has been thinking about Tuesday, even though one game at a time, and is already, getting ready to take on the Buff and Blue on next Tuesday.
8 goals for the Raiders, 3 scored by seniors here on senior night. In the 36th minute, it was Amanda and Cheta scoring for Iolani. And then in the second half, Jamie Frith in the 64th. And then 3 minutes later, Tatum Akimoto Alvarado also scored on senior night. Other goals for Iolani scored by the underclassmen: Karis Palmer, Paisley Yamashita, Brooke Harris, Abby Hironaka, and Emmy Hugo.
Hats off to the Monarchs. It's teams like those that strengthen the ILH. Without them, the representation also gets reduced, and so we wish them the best of luck in their remaining games, and we hope they can stay injury-free. We see the short bench.
Yeah.
And so we thank them for today and wish them the best as they continue the season.
And so the Raiders, we talked about this earlier, kind of early in the game, but they have a long bench. A lot of white jerseys out there on the bench. And as I look at the roster, everybody got into the game, which is not surprising, but what is even better about that everybody got into the game because everybody was available. Everybody was not injured. Everybody
Point.
is fit and ready to go. They all got in. That's in previous years that has not been the case, and not the case for most teams really. In the rough and tumble ILH and what these student athletes do year round and whatnot. And some of them are coming off injuries. Fulton, Kanashiro, Palmer, Chun, and back out here doing their thing.
Yeah.
Exciting team.
It is.
Lots of sophomores doing great things. Freshmen, Brooke Harris, Emmy Hugo, Alyssa Benito, 3 freshmen on this team. So come out and support this squad. Be your last chance, last few games to see these seniors. Now they're going to take a picture over by the senior sign. I asked Coach Travis, I like to kind of give him a little bit of homework. The mission: describe each one of your seniors with a word, and then tell me why. And this is really great. So Jamie Frith, it's the word is glue, or the glue. We allow 2 words. Jamie is like the glue to our team, Travis said. She has taken the responsibility of molding our team together, not only on the field, but also off the field as well. She has helped us coaches create a positive atmosphere for all of our players, new and old, by reiterating our overall team philosophy of Iolani One Team. Jamie Frith, the glue. Brianna Fulton Kanashiro, the word to describe Brianna: determined. That's a great quality. After tearing her ACL last season, Bree was more determined than ever to get back on the field playing at the same or even a higher ability than she did before her injury. Not only does Bree give her 100% effort in training, but she also stays after training to work with the coaches on her speed, agility, and power. Brianna Fulton Kanashiro, determined. Tatum Akimoto Alvarado, the word to describe her, it's kind of a hyphenated word: fun-loving. This is what Coach Travis said. When the season first started, we had our players fill out a goal and objective sheet. See, he gives out homework too. One of Tatum's goals was to be that senior who could unite all the different classes together. Her outgoing personality has really shown through because all of the girls love her. As a coaching staff, we really enjoy working with her on a daily basis. And we kind of mentioned the spread of years. We got freshmen, sophomores,
Yeah.
juniors, and seniors. So that is an important role for Tatum and her fun-loving personality. Ren Tanitomi, the word to describe Ren, also a hyphenated word: hardworking. Ren is one of those players who leads by example. She is always working at her maximum effort, being that leader that the girls can look up to and try to emulate. She has a kind, sweet personality, but don't let that fool you. She is willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done and willing to work as hard as she needs to accomplish her goals. Rentani Tomi. Hardworking. Amanda Ancheta. The word Coach Travis used to describe Amanda is coachable. Amanda is a coach's dream. She is always trying to do what the coaches are asking her. She is always willing to receive constructive criticism to improve her overall game. No matter what the circumstances, she has never complained about anything and always puts her best foot forward to try her very best. Kelly Monaco, you've done some coaching. When you think about teams needing glue to hold the team together, when teams need to be determined, and you even mentioned this in the broadcast, fun-loving, the smiles that are out here and enjoy yourself, hardworking, got to work hard. and super important, often overlooked, but people who don't coach. Coachable. You can have talent, you can work hard, you can do all the things that we espouse and all these qualities, but being coachable makes things possible.
Totally. Totally. And after the season is done and long, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, all of these qualities that these girls possess is going to be way more important
Yeah.
than the win-loss record,
Absolutely.
right? And so, sounds like a dream team. He had a good number of leaders who knew how to work hard and be good at role models, how to enjoy the game. And so, hats off to Travis and his crew in their first year as the girls' head varsity
Yeah.
coach for recognizing the importance of these qualities in players and, again, continuing to get better every week, every game.
And here come the family and friends out on senior night. And I see them setting up 5 balls there on the Diamond Head end, where presumably the seniors will score their last goal. Let's hope they score some goals against Kamehameha on the 22nd. But
Now, the tradition is the senior kicks the penalty kick, and one of the relatives goes in the goal, right?
Is that right?
I mean, I think, John, we have seen sometimes someone's grandma go in the goal, right? I mean, maybe just to be a body there, but really a cute tradition. And really, grandmas play soccer as well, and so not trying to offend
No,
anyone,
no.
for sure.
3 of the 5 seniors also serve as the captains of the team, and Coach Travis said that of all of them, all these girls have been doing a great job helping us coaches change the culture of this program. They embody what we are looking for in leaders and seniors by setting good examples for the underclassmen. Each of them are unique in their own way, but are vital to the overall success of the team. I think a lot of that, it's not easy to in high school be a senior, and there's freshmen on the team, there's sophomores, there's some juniors, but that whole thing of being the leaders that people can emulate and leading by example and being welcoming and being the glue and all of that's sometimes the captains are just, well, let's send out somebody, but yeah, they actually really in talking to them really did the captain's role, and that's really good to see.
Yeah, and of course, very important in this first year for Coach Travis, right? That he had wonderful captains who could help set the example, support the mission that he was trying to accomplish.
First up, Jamie Frith against her dad.
Former college soccer player himself.
Pressure
and I
is
believe
on.
still plays. Oh, no chance, Greg Frith.
Scores to Greg's left.
He was her first soccer coach,
Mhm.
longtime Galaxy coach, and still coaches today.
See all the signs. Somebody's being implored to come out, and I think it will be Tatum. She will have
Looks like her
Much
siblings.
younger keepers to get it past, maybe multiple.
Now, her mom was a soccer player for Iolani School.
So now the 3 youngsters will spread across the goal line. Tatum will score. The one at the left post is like, hey, why didn't you stop it? I'm like, well, because this is senior night, guys. Good job, Tatum. She is headed to Lewis and Clark will play for the Pioneers and major in sports science. Jamie Frith is headed to Emory University. And now Brianna Fulton Kanashiro is headed to the University of Puget Sound. She will shoot against big and small and score. They're also shooting with their lay on.
I like this matchup.
Yeah. So Ren Tanitomi will shoot against Seth Tanitomi. Seth.
Oh,
Seth
she set
baited
her
her.
up.
Yeah.
She sure did. In true sister style.
Seth set up to the right post. Baited her sister to shoot to the left. She did. And now she will line up more centrally. And Ren blazes over the top. Third time will be the charm, is my prediction. Seth v. Ren. Excuse me, Ren v. Seth scores. Ren heading to Boston College. She'll be majoring in biology. Now Amanda and Chetta will shoot against two. And the keeper on the left chose to evade the ball. And so there you go. The 5 goals by the 5 seniors. And now they will set up with their signs. I saw the signs earlier today down there in Kazuki Stadium. Good job by the folks who put those together. Most likely their teammates working hard after finals. And they will take a picture here near the Diamond Head goal. Your final thoughts, Kelly Monaco, here on this senior night?
Well, glad we got to be here. It's always a happy occasion to send off our seniors who have dedicated their talents and their time and energy to our program. We look forward to the rest of the season.
They're even creative in how they take the pictures. It's not the normal lineup. That's great.
The whole social media generation has just transformed what a picture is, and it's great. In spite of the busy, super busy week, again, taking the time to make today special for the seniors. So hats off to the underclassmen.
Hats off to Mr. Ben Douglas downstairs. Great job, Ben, providing the pictures. Mr. Dane Koihara, Evan McCarty, everybody helping set up our broadcast locations. Thanks to you, Kelly Monaco, for joining me here once again to provide soccer coverage. And thanks most of all to all of you watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting these student athletes, our Raider teams, and tuning into Iolani Live on the YouTube channel. This is John Tamanaha. Wrapping things up, the Raiders beat the Monarchs 8-0 to stay in the hunt in the ILH. Have a good weekend. Have a great Martin Luther King Day and National Day of Service on Monday. Everybody, and to all the students, second semester coming up. What it's like to be a second semester senior, that's quite a thing. And these seniors right here on the bridge, the second semester, these 5 seniors had a great night tonight. Thank you, everybody. John Tamanaha saying aloha.